content in a way that actually allows you to try new sexy things with your partner. So, first of all, let me identify what sexy content is. I am not talking about porn. I actually never watch porn. I'm not that into it. I don't think it's that fun. I don't think you learn, personally, I don't learn as much from porn as I do from shows like Netflix shows, and actually Playboy TV is where are my go-tos. So Netflix has some really cool shows like Principles of Pleasure and How to Build a Sex Room and even Risque Business, different shows that are like Netflix friendly, right? So when I talk about sexual content, I just mean like any content that's sexual in nature, and also things like Bridgerton, like it's a rom-commy kind of show. Anything like that, you can get something out of. And so that's what I mean by sexual content. Now, a lot of couples will watch this stuff and nothing comes of it other than they watch and it's like, oh, that's cute, or oh, that's sexy, tee-hee, or I would never do that. That's what you do. You kind of binary think about it. But if you want to watch sexual content to actually figure out how to use it in your sex life, one of the questions you want to ask yourself is, okay, I'm watching this, it looks interesting, but what's something I could do that would make this fun for me? So, for example, I was actually watching the show Undercover, which is a Playboy TV show that goes into different, like, sexy fantasy things you can try, right? And one of the shows was about clowning around and, like, people dressed up like clowns. So, on first watch, when I watched it, I was like, oh, clowns. If I'm in binary thinking. But they're more expansive and open-minded to actually, what's a way to change this so that I could actually enjoy something like this? And so I had my mind in that mindset. Stay curious, stay open-minded. What can I learn from this, from these people playing and clowning around, so to speak? And actually, I learned a lot. Like, the funny thing is, so these people would dress up like clowns and they'd go from bar to bar and they'd like take over a bar and they'd have like balloons and play around and be like, like just laugh and be silly. And that's what I took from it. One is that like people who are clowning around or dressing up like clowns are just having fun. They're playing, they're being silly, they're enjoying themselves. And so again, if you ask the question, what is a way to change this that I would actually enjoy? So I might not dress up like a clown and go to a bar, but I definitely liked all the balloon play. And I could see if I had like a long balloon messing with somebody or poking somebody with it, like poking my husband, because I do, I have a husband, I have fun with him. So like asking yourself the question, what's a way to change this for myself that I could actually enjoy, allows you to stay very curious and open-minded, but also look at an activity or a piece of sexual content and decide, how could I use this in a way that would work for me? It's funny, I was talking to somebody today about like, she had looked up this envelope, and in the envelope it said, like, those sexy envelopes you get for your partner where you're trying to shake things up with each other, right? So binary thinking is either yes or no. I'm either all yes or all no to this idea. But open-minded, like this question of like, what's a way to make this fun for me, allows you to change what you see. So in this suggestion she was given, it said, wrap yourself in saran wrap and show up at the door. And her first thought was, ugh, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. I don't want to. Okay, yeah, well, if you're in that mindset, then no, you're not going to come up with the new sexy fun thing to try, right? But if you get this envelope that says wrap yourself up in saran wrap and you ask yourself, what's a way to make this fun? Okay, maybe I'm not into saran wrap, but the idea of showing up at the door for my partner might be fun. What could I show up in that would feel sexy? And actually they came up with like a cowboy hat and cowboy boots, right? Like that could be fun. And one thing I think is that sexy isn't about like the specific item. It's not about the saran wrap. It's about the idea. It's about putting effort into your sex life. That's what makes it fun and sexy. So I invite you to, anytime you're watching sexy content, stop the show and like, if you see a scene that you like, turn to your partner and say, hey, is there anything about that scene that you would actually enjoy doing? And if not, what could be a way that we change it to make it sexy or fun? And that allows you to have a dialogue and brainstorm new ways to do things. So this is Angela Skurtu. If you would like to see me, I am hosting an event here on February 15th in St. Louis, Missouri. Please like and subscribe. You can leave comments below. And if you'd like to come to my event, look up Angela Skurtu at Eventbrite, Dinner with a Sex Therapist, to purchase tickets to my event. I would love to have you there. We're going to talk more about fun, sexy things you can try. Thank you so much for joining me.